And there we go. The match is live. Let's get into it. This is a continuation of Operation Market Garden Day 1. It's an ongoing story-driven campaign by the community, hosted and organized by the AEF group, that is the Allied Expeditionary Force, utilizing a mod that they've made and that's become so popular within the community right now called the Realism Mod. Check it out in the Steam Workshop. That is what's happening tonight. If you're watching this on YouTube, as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs on the channel. If you can help towards that goal, big thanks to you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy YouTube. Back on to tonight, like I said, this is a continuation of the Operation Market Garden community-driven campaign. It is a one live event. Both teams do not know what the other team's objective is. All they know is a one life scenario. They don't know how many respawn waves the other team has. They don't know what the specific objective of the other team is. They don't even know potentially what other vehicles or assets available the other team might have. So it's a full-on, realistic as possible you can get gameplay you can achieve in Post Scriptum. The Realism Mod is amazing. We talk about it so much. It's really becoming a staple of the community-driven side of Post Scriptum at the moment. It changes things such as weapon loadouts, recoil, weapon sway, the damage on certain type of weapons, I believe, additional vehicles, changes to uniforms, additional equipment being added, such as the torch, different environmental options. So much gets changed with this mod. I highly do recommend you check it out on the Steam Workshop. It's called the Realism Mod. Also, there'll be links below in the YouTube description on YouTube where you can join the AEF group to potentially jump in on some of these events. Just to say again, as always, this is a one live event, so the gameplay you're going to see is going to be a lot slower. It's not like your public server gameplay. It's not like your competitive style gameplay. It's going to be a lot more slower. People don't want to die because they've got limited respawns and so on. And yeah, it's going to be fun. The match has just started. You can see already the teams are rolling out. So tonight we have the 6GA, the 6 Guard Armored. They're playing the Allies, and on the Axis side there are a few clans. I'll just go over them again. The IR9, the 393rd IR, BIA, and I think there was one more, or was that it? So that's just it. So it's basically the Pact of Steel. We've got German clans and a Italian clan going up against a majority allied British style clan.
Crank it right up a little bit. Alright, get some vision. See what you can see, Bowler.
First shots being exchanged. Let's head over to the combat immediately. As the first convoy is completely wiped out by this ambush here laid by the IR9. A half-track drove right in between two IR9 squadrons on the Axis side. There is a second half-track here. It manages to get one kill on the Stiglitz there. But that is one big wipe to the Allied forces already. An entire squadron taken out. Seb, McCrimson, Thomas, Mittens, Williams, Garrick, and Nuffle, and their half-track all get taken out as that Axis squad now flees away from the second half-track that was trailing just slightly behind. Great start there for the defenders, wiping out an entire squadron just in a blink of an eye. And very, very clever for them to then just move away. They know their position was then compromised. They knew the 6GA was aware of their position, so they quickly retreat, relocate, and get away before any grenades, mortars, or so forth starts dropping on their heads. There are armored assets for the 6GA tonight. You can see they have a Sherman, along with an M5 Stuart, and then a second Sherman in the distance there. And I believe they'll have access to other armored assets in the game as well. It's hard to say. I don't want to say too much, but because again, neither team knows what the other team has in their arsenals. But it's safe to say the Germans at this point know there's a couple of half tracks. And now maybe a tank at play, seeing as they ran next to it. So we've got some pushes going on here. We've got the 50 cal mounted on the half tracks, doing a good job trying to suppress the Germans, allowing for the infantry to push forward. The first little combat here is probably going to go down as Zoid and Jablinski, star player for 6GA, are the first ones to push close. As the German defenders lay in ambush. You can see the changes made to the British uniforms there a little bit. They've got the actual helmets. I just heard a tank get struck then. Jablinski, Zoid, Lecter go down there. They got caught up. Oh, big grenade goes out there, landed right next to Lemon. Bjorn Kennedy. A massive grenade there. Couple of grenades thrown in return gets Der Major, but that's another entire squadron almost taken out by some ambushing Germans. Trebbian, the only one alive. His entire squad taken out. That well-placed grenade there by, was that Wiesen? I believe that was Wiesen who threw that AT grenade and completely decimated that squad there. See smokes going out there as another squad tried to push towards a bridge crossing. The second squadron has pushed forward with support with the tank and half track, bringing back up those downed comrades. No headshots by the look of it, so that entire squad has been recovered. So 6GA managing to get a little bit of their numbers back. You can see the tank starting to blast into the tree lines now. Smokes and mortars going out. Some heavy fire from cannon and also machine guns, as they have to break through this initial line. You can see 6J have been firing onto a pack position there. Mika has been killed as that pack... Is it a pack 36? I always forget the name of the Germans ones. I believe that's a pack 36. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But a lot of action very early on in this one life event. Lots of action early on. A lot quicker than we've seen in one life events happen in the past. Usually they're a little bit slower paced. But tonight the action is coming thick and fast. We've got the Sherman moving forward, supporting infantry who push towards the riverside now, breaking into this little compound here. They've taken the warehouse. Now they're moving into the little house here. Sherman doing a good job supporting infantry. You can see he's got a bunch of kills there. Germans keeping their heads on the ground. House cleared. You can hear Williams, Zeb, and Thomas on the inside, clearing the inside of the house. Oh, Williams. And a big grenadier shot there as well. These ambushes that are happening by the Axis defenders here are incredible. They just lie in wait, and the moment they have the advantage, they take it. Another big ambush. Thomas there managing to get a headshot and on Driscoll. Missing the shot on Lannister. Finally gets it. Lannister goes down. The Sherman there taking a shot. His engine goes out. It's putting itself in a precarious position. Second shot onto the Sherman. Sherman in a very precarious position right now. One more shot, it might go down. Surviving, I think, the next one, and it's going to go side shots, very exposed, and there it goes. The Sherman goes down. One of the tank crews managed to survive. But another incredible ambush there. A full squadron taken out, and the Sherman. Thomas, the last one alive apart from Moore, who was part of the tank crew, he's retreating as fast as he can. What gun was that? It was another Pack 36. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But another incredible ambush there by the by another Ion 9 squadron, wiping out a full infantry section yet again, and also taking a tank out in the process. Let's head back a little bit further north where more pushes are coming in. So far, the Axis have been doing an incredible job on the defense. Going back to the action now, we've got Lecter, Robertson, Lemon, Bjorn, Cheese Right, all pushing forward here. We've got Wheeze. Wheeze has not left his position. Wheeze, who've got that incredible quad kill with a grenade. And now he's just got a double kill with his K98. Robertson and Eldar both go down. Misplaced grenade there. Finally, Lecter with a Sten gun spray into the bushes managed to take Wheeze. Wheeze got, I believe, 6 kills total. Duke managed to get taken out by that grenade blast as well. Well, 6J suffering a lot of casualties on this first push. We've got another half track that's gone down there. We've got Frankie on PC here and his squadron looking to push forward in on the furthest. Would that be west or north? Northwest. We'll just say north for now. One tank retreating back a little bit. You can see badly damaged. Most likely got hit by that Pack 36. As this infantry squad here from 6J trying to get up their damned comrades, and they're trying to push into the tree lines. They have access to this hard cover now, this compound here. Another headshot goes out there. Kennedy and Lecter trying to do some suppressive fire with their M-Fills into the bushes. A bunch of casualties have been sustained here, though. You see Buckstragon, Chaos Beans has gone down, along with Whirlwind. Whirlybird. Oh, an artillery strike is coming in, and that looks like a 6J artillery strike placed into the tree line along with a smoke barrage. Marcus somehow managed to survive that. Runs into his little shed. Little bit of splash damage. No casualties sustained. Little bit of splash damage. Hard track with Mac Bean pushing forward that big 50 cal. Smoke screen landing on top of the head of 6J. Cheese Right gets hit right on top of the head with that smoke round, taking him out. Mac Bean and Elder moving to try to suppress more with that 50 cal spraying into the tree lines. That 50 cal incredibly powerful machine gun. It has splash damage. Great at suppressing. The only problem is it does overheat. So far, good job on defense here. Looks like 6GA have had more of a successful time pushing through the BIA and the 390 IR squads rather than the IR9 squads. The IR9 squads have been devastating so far with their ambushes. I feel like a lot of them have actually retreated as well. You can see one M5 Sword here just trying to blast away at any movement it sees here in the southernmost point. Medics doing their jobs here. Again, medics so vital in these one life events and these realism events. Potentially your most vital player kit is the medic role in these one life events. They're so crucial. They keep your team in the game. They save your respawns. They allow your specialized roles to stay in place, such as your Pioneer and AT, if you need them to destroy objectives. I love how the British actually have got like their proper helmets. Mortars going down, a mix of smoke and heavy ordnance. Reed still, Jonathan, good shot there by Reed. Second shot by Reed, managing to get a double kill there. Grenadier blast goes out. It goes a little bit too high. I'm not quite sure what he was aiming at. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Jonathan! Open your eyes, Jonathan! Call me Davirio. Get a quad kill there with his Grenadier kit. Excellent by him. His squad... Gotta blame Thompson for that there. McBean relocating. See Kennedy, Lecter, and Bjorn here a little bit suppressed by that mortar fire coming in. As the M5 Steward has moved all the way north, looking to support that infantry squad, but suddenly he has no infantry to support. I do love the M5 Steward, man. It's got to be one of my favorite tanks. It's the underdog. Really is the underdog tank. Jonathan gets sprayed down there by machine gun fire as the M5 Steward moves a little bit closer, suppressing down the hedgerow. Get a couple of kills in the process with its fire. Also a little bit of splash damage with its cannon. So one change this mod has also made is the German Grenadiers also have access to AT. What do you call them? Grenades now. Grenade launchers. I don't know what the name is of them, but the German Grenadiers also have access to AT rounds now. Have revived Call Me Davrio, but unfortunately Davrio got hit by a blast there. He goes down. Bjorn, Kennedy like to manage to get out of that compound away from the mortar fire, and they're looking to move further north. Those are Pack 38s. Okay, Pack 38. See, I always get confused with them. So those are Pack 38s. Pack 36 are the Chapter 2 ones, yeah. Speaking of Pack 38s, Zyko, his Pack 38 has been destroyed. It was in such a good ambush position here, look, but he's been taken out. He managed to take out that one Sherman earlier. He also suppressed a lot of infantry, but he's been taken out now. Sherman returned, got revenge, remembered the position. You can see map control on this side of the river starting to be gained more and more by the 6GA. Is that a that's the second Pack 38 has been taken out, so Stewart did a good job taking that out. See a lot of the German defenders trying to retreat a little bit. Casualties sustained heavily, starting to withdraw, concede this part of the map. And you got to say they've done a lot of damage at this point. There's no shame in them falling back now. The amount of casualties they inflicted on the 6GA, the Allied forces, in the initial first wave was absolutely incredible. Within the first 5 minutes, well, it wasn't even that. Was it within the first 2 minutes? We saw a full 6GA squad get absolutely decimated by a German squadron in a beautiful ambush, and then multiple times throughout the combat afterwards, we saw ambush after ambush set up by the Germans, paying off with huge success. Lecter shouting for Bjorn to help, then Kennedy if he's still alive. Lecter all alone, as he's now in a 1v1 with Marcus. Lecter keeping his head down, looking to maybe retreat. That would be the wise thing to do. Save his life and get back to his squad and support his squad. Let's just have a look at the kills quickly. So you can see it's actually quite even at the moment. 23 to 21 kills. So Allies in the lead with kills. Deaths-wise, 34 deaths to 37. So the Allies, although they suffered heavy casualties at the beginning, they have managed to inflict casualties back, and they've pushed the German defenders back. Another short barrel Sherman rolling forward. Thunder and Grimes. I can't remember in this mod if they've made the tanks have an active radio in them. I think it was spoken about, but I can't remember if the realism mod makes certain tanks realistic in the sense that they had a radio that they could use to communicate with anyone else they needed to communicate to on the battlefield. Johnny Depp under fire here from that Sherman, Winters, and Theo Greg. The ones alive holding up the main bridge here. Marcus falling back a little bit. As the combat has lulled out, again, this is what happens in these one life events. You'll have a sudden burst of combat out of nowhere. There'll be lots of action-packed action, and then it will die down as both teams regather themselves, regroup, and come back for another assault or prepare for another defense. Actually got a destroyed German Kubelwagen there as well, so one of the German transport vehicles has been taken out. Mortars still going out on either side. just have a look at the kill boards quickly. So let's see who's leading in kills so far. So far, Fons has 5 kills for the allies. He's the leader. He's in one of the tanks. On the Axis side, we had multiple big kills go out. Let's see who's in the lead so far.
Guys, I don't know if it's their Artie or our Artie.
Call me Devrio in the lead with 5 kills with that big Grenadier blast.
Enemies on the berm
3 kills by Weeze with that grenade
7
earlier.
degrees east side of these woods as well.
So very evenly matched so far after the first initial big hit of combat. I'm just gonna take a swig. My voice is oh, this drink is so. I'm gonna have so much D inside me after drinking this. So much D. So you can see both teams are starting to move into position, starting to consolidate themselves, regroup, coming up with the next plan of action. You can see big shots going in from that M5 Steward, who is wrapped around all the way in the north, and I believe you can just see his name. I believe that is actually Fons and Anderson. I can't see who the other name is, but so they've managed to kill a little bit of the reinforcements coming into this main bridge. So good work by them, wrapping around with their M5 Steward, managing to get behind where the enemy thought they might be. And cutting off a few reinforcements. Look at this firing line that is going up here by the IL-9 defensive forces, using this trench road spread out very evenly, very nicely in preparation. This is what I love about these one live events. It's a different style of gameplay. Lots more communication needs to happen. It's a lot more realistic. Suppression of firepower is actually a powerful asset in this. So your machine gunners are more viable. Everything has a unique role, and it fills that role more than it does in public games. The M5 Stu is still doing an excellent job over here. You can see the casualties it's sustained. Great job by that so far. I love the engine sound as well of the M5 Steward. The M5 Steward is basically the moped of tanks. Marcus, the survivor of the initial first waves of combat, he goes down, but he did take Lecter with him. Lecter, who managed to survive earlier. And then the Sherman, moving in position, managed to find the hiders of Johnny, Winters, and Teo Greg, who were hiding in that ditch. Good job by it. Bombing run in the north. Not quite sure what it was aimed at. Nothing over there. And now we've got the battle for the bridge. Allies need to cross the bridge. There are multiple crossings. Obviously, they can go across this little what do you call this? A little pier. They do have the tank support though, so they could have potentially tried to use their tanks just to hammer through the main bridge. They are only light tanks though. The M5 Steward. It's usually one shot by both Panzerfaust and Panzerstrike. Likewise to the Sherman. The Sherman can usually only survive 2 Panzerfaust, and a Panzerstrike placed well can usually take it out quite easily. We haven't seen any German heavy assets on this side of the river yet, though. But then again, I am trying to, don't want to spoil things too much. We have seen the Germans have utilized packs so far, those Pack 38s, and they've done a good job with them. They've taken out a few half-tracks, taken out a tank, done a damage to tanks as well. Machine gun fire going, mortars just continuing to rain down from both sides. Mortars haven't been too devastating this game. We saw in the last nights. No, sorry. Was it last night or the night before? One of the one life events from this week. We saw how devastating mortars can be. Mortars single-handedly in a one-life event won a match earlier in the week, and they can be they're devastating in regular games. But you put them in a one-life event, it becomes even more difficult. It really does force you to have a your heads locked down. See the second Sherman here, the third tank on the board so far. Doing some suppressive fire all the way down the riverside, so they've got a nice bit of crossfire going on the bridge so far with their machine guns and their tanks. Eldar, the first one to brave the main bridge. Smoke's going out. Oh, a little bit of friendly fire there, maybe, with that shot that came in very close by. Eldar missing 2 shots. He finally hits the third. And the Sherman, the Steward goes down as it gets slapped by some heavy cannon fire. Eldar goes down. Mika gets revenge killed, though, by Harper. So Lecter, Lemon, Zoid, Harper doing a good job. Eldar leading the initial charge. They've made it across the main bridge. They have suffered an armored casualty in response to it, but they still have armor on the board that can come and support now. A few more smokes going out. I keep seeing a big ball, a big shadow ball occasionally. I think there's a bug with the grenades that keep getting thrown. They keep telegraphing like a massive shadow. See if you see, next time someone throws a grenade, look for a big shadow ball. I think there's a little bit of a graphic glitch going on with grenades. See that firing line going out, though? Those MG42s, those rifles firing onto this bridge, trying to stop anyone else crossing further. Lemon gets sprayed down there by that MG32.
Harper, stay there, dude. They're across the road over here.
Machine gun fire whizzing over top of Harper's head. He's trying to keep that brand new hat pristine. He don't want to lose his new hat. As another crossing begins. Williams. Oh, Zeb. Unfortunately, he was the one who stepped on a grenade there. And a mine. And Williams, Mitten, and Thompson. They're the next victim, stepping on the next mine. Unfortunate for them. At least they've cleared the path now. No more AP mines. Maybe one more. Poor Thompson. That's the effect AP mines having on Soul Man. They don't just destroy you in the physical realm. They destroy you in the spiritual realm as well. German defenders pushing forward here. Alves peeking up. Good grenade and good suppressive fire there. Managed to take out Harper and Lecter. Zoid, last one alive on that side of the river. He gets taken out. So 6J have been pushed back now. More grenades being thrown at the main bridge. Jonathan got hit square in the face by one of them as another crossing takes place. Trebian, Bjorn, Shaw, and Manx managed to make it across. Bunch of casualties there, though, as the German defenders are pushed further along the trench line, and they're starting to get active on the defense. Good shot there by the Sherman. Using smoke rounds is Wooly Pete, blinding the German defenders there a little bit. But 6J suffering a lot of casualties there if they try to push across that main bridge. Big shot there by the Sherman. That's what the 6J needed. Huge shot there by the Sherman into the bunker. Blasting a hole there. That is exactly what the 6J needed there. The infantry needed that big blast to help push it in. As you can see, more German defenders now pushing forward, trying to withdraw. They've lured in the 6GA. They've allowed the 6GA to cross, and now they're doing a big counter push. Bowler goes down there, grenade landing perfectly on him. Trebian bleeds out. Jablinski doing his best, staying gun in hand, trying to suppress the defenders in this bunker trench line, getting a couple of kills there. Jablinski with another kill. How's that Sherman doing? Sherman a little bit slow to react. And something I didn't mention, I was leaving it as a little bit of a secret. I didn't want to mention it on stream because they slow played this so incredibly well. A Axis division who stayed deep within enemy territory. They hid, they waited. This was the squad that did that initial destruction at the very beginning. They hid in the forest, and now they've come back, and they've got 6J pints now on both sides. They've wiped out that little machine gun squadron there. They're now flanking the Sherman. You see Blitzkrieg there, flanking the Sherman. One shot straight to the side. The second shot should finish it off, and that is excellent work there. Big 5-head play. Can we get some 5-heads in chat there for that play there by that IL-9 squadron? Did an amazing ambush at the beginning. They retreated and hid in the woods, and then they came back with that amazing flank. 6J suffering heavy casualties as they are struggling to break this river. Sherman hanging back a little bit. It doesn't want to go throw its life away. It knows it's a fire blast set. It's suppressing the best it can. There's one Panzerstrike. You saw that Panzerstrike just fell short of the Sherman. Sherman using the elevation on the train, and that's a little bit of hard cover. Jablinski went down there, star player for 6GA. Rosberg, Manx, Shaw, McBean, Robertson. Making a little bit of headway here. Great stuff by the 6GA. But I've got to say, like some of the genius play that the IR9 and the rest of their team has pulled together tonight has been absolutely incredible to watch. That flank from that squad that came back from the very beginning. Incredible play by them. Allowing 6GA to come onto the bridge and then counter-attacking hard to inflict further casualties. Very good gameplay there as well. You see that squadron now. That squadron that has continued its flank now. Moving further south. 6J having a little bit of luck here though. Managing to get them as those breaking from cover. Couple of casualties exchanged. As this Iron Eye squad now has to fight for its own survival. Yo, Mr. Pro, how you doing, man? You're casting tonight, right? When does your match start? See Elder and Harper here. If they could get a grenade down the side, Harper with his fancy new hat. Good clear out here. A good clear out by 6J there. Managed to push back that counter flank. Look at the mortars now raining down on this bridge, making it nigh on impossible for the 6J to push that main bridge now. But look at the mortars in return. Some big casualties inflicted in return. See the BIA squad completely wiped out there. And further back down the field, you can see this is what has been causing havoc on that bridge. You've got Marcus, Mika, and Zynko working in coordination here. Long range blasts, and then the mortars in the further distance. Make it incredibly hard for the 6J to break that river now. Look at Shaw, man. All he needs is just thrown over here and just down the trench line. Look at this now. I'm surprised the bridge is still standing. That is some high quality Dutch engineering right there. Oh, is it going to happen? Oh, sure. It almost happened. He managed to get one, maybe two if Lannister bleeds out. But I imagine there's going to be a medic in this trench just to cocaine and morphine. Or was it meth? So close. He almost got the perfect spray down the trench line. Yablinski, biggest balls of anyone on the team. Followed by Zoid, tiniest balls on the 6J team. Just headlong across the river, doesn't care, through the explosions. Unfortunately, he went down as he started to spray down the trench line. He did take out Disco, but I imagine Disco's just going to get picked up by a medic. .6J really struggling at this point to make it across the river. Could do with some more accurate mortar fire, maybe an artillery strike if they still have that in their arsenal. Isn't that peace? Almost perfect quiet. Now the mortars have ceased. Incredible. You can see the smokes going out. The Sherman doing a smoke barrage. A few hand smokes going out there as well as the second. Well, this is more than the second at this point. Another infantry wave breaks across the bridge. A good use of smoke there from the Sherman and also a combination with the infantry. Can the Sherman push across though maybe and get a little bit closer to firing into these trench lines directly? You see that Pack 88 in the far distance. Devastating damage. The 6J flood bodies across the bridge once again. There's been a pause in the mortar fire. Using that pause, smoke barrage went out, breaking across. You can actually see there's the 390 IR squad all the way further south. Have a great opportunity to shoot straight down the road and cover the bridge on the far angle. Staghound arrived on the scene for the Allies at this point. Strangely, they haven't used its half track. I would have thought they could maybe use a half track to push across the bridge and use the half track as like as a barrier for infantry to then run behind and push forward. Good shots going out there by the Sherman, hitting on Gore. Gore goes down. So the Axis suffering a lot of casualties at this point. Let's have a look at the kills quickly. So you can see that's still quite even, 56 to 67. Only about a 10 kill difference between the teams. defenders have had the greatest success though so far. Kennedy, he gets sprayed down there as the you can see the German defenders, they've just got so much to work with, so many bushes, trench lines, bunkers, trees to hide behind, plenty of opportunities for them to flank, get embedded, and just pop up, shoot one shot, go back down. Every time you hear a ting, that's a bug in this mod right now. Whenever a allied soldier dies, they sound like a ting, like a metal ting. For some reason, that's an audio bug. Oh, Yablinski and Lemon getting hit by a big shot there. Lannister goes down. I think I heard artillery. We might have artillery come down soon. Who's artillery? We will find out soon. See, 1989, Cool Ben, Mark Halo, all going down in that trench line. So the Allies are gradually pushed forward. Good artillery strike there in a good position. Johnny Depp goes down. And there we go. The Allies, congratulations to 6J. They managed to take the first objective. They've secured the bridge. The Axis forces now has to fall back. In the meantime, they can be shot as they fall back. But a good job. As you saw, there's casualties going down. But a good job there by the 6J. They managed to take the first objective. They've secured this bridge area, allowing them to push further on now into the Dutch territory. The Dutch countryside. It's just all flat. If you've ever been to the Netherlands, flattest country imaginable. It is so flat. They don't know what a hill is in the Netherlands. Just the tallest place in the Netherlands is just going up a flight of stairs. It's incredible. But excellent job there by the 6J, the Allied side, taking that first objective. So let's just have a look at kills while there's probably going to be a bit of a break in the combat while medics do their job. So you can see 67 to 67 in the end. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that was. Some belated mortars. So kills, one now extra. Let's have a look who's leading the kills. We've got 9 by Fons, 11 by Thunder. Thunder is in the Sherman below us. 4 by Hope, 8 by Carlson. They're not quite sure who Carlson is. And down the list, let's have a look at infantry. Lecter leading the charge there with 9 kills. He's got the most for infantry, almost the most on his team. Only being beaten by a tank crew. On the Allied side, got 4 by Marcus, 8 by Serco there. AP Mines did an excellent job. 3 by Pioneer, 7 by Johnny Depp there. I can't tell if he's a sniper or just a basic rifleman. It's hard to tell. 5 by Credulist. And then another 5 by Call Me Devrio here, the Grenadier. And Weiss with that big grenade early on, getting 4 kills. You see 6J regroup. Fury's little brother arriving on scene. Or is it bigger brother? Is that little brother or bigger brother? There you can see the medics doing their job, reviving as many of their stricken comrades as they can, getting them back up on their feet. Don't want to waste any lives, any respawn waves they might have. The Axis forces falling all the way back to the next objective. I just need to remember what the next objective is. Let me just have a look. Okay, I was like, damn, the tanks are already at it. I just have a look at what the next objective is. I'm not going to say what it is on stream. Okay, I know what the next objective is. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I just wanted to familiarize myself. So I was aware. Okay. Back to the game. So the armor tanks not taking any risk, playing with complete caution. They destroyed that Pack 88 as the Axis forces retreat back. No map markers? Who's placing a map marker? Shame. This is a realism event. Shame on you. Shame. You can see the tanks pushing forward very bravely at the moment, trying to chase away any retreating Allied forces. Axis forces. You can see, look at the Axis forces still retreating, falling back. Marcus, you can see Marcus trying to get away with that truck. He's under tank fire. Is he going to make it? Next shot. If that was me, I would have hit that shot. 100%. Best tanker, EU. Best tanker, Post Scriptum. Best driver, best commander, best shooter. I'd hit that shot. And everyone knows the 6J tank crews cheat anyway. I've got evidence of them cheating. Big evidence. They use fly hacks and everything. So this is what we mentioned, how these one life events, it's not just constant action like in public or competitive games where there's always something happening. In these one life realism events, you'll have lots of action, then you'll have a long period of pause as both teams regather, reorganize, get into new positions, move towards the next objective. That's what we're seeing here. Pausing the action as both teams move towards what the next objective is for both sides. As the defenders get themselves in position, as the attackers regroup and get ready to assault the next stage. I just read, Mr. Pro, your event isn't happening, man. You can jump into this one if you want. I think they still have spots. Actually, shit, you can't. Damn. What happened with the other event, my guy? I was about to say, you could have come and did this one if you wanted, because I did one last night, so I don't want to hog them all to myself. I want to be a tank crew in a one life event, man. I want to do it. I want to be a tank crew in a one life event. I've cast and covered so many one life events at this point. I want to be a tank crew in a one life event. So that Staghound chasing down the retreating Germans. It's managed to find a bunch of prey for itself. Beer, Stig both go down. Hetzer pinned in the trees. Not quite sure what's going on with this building. Periscope, add this to the list, yeah? There's something's going on here. Add that to the list, Periscope. That's a new one. I've not seen that graphic book. It could be to do with the mod as well. See the mortars raining down there. I'm not quite sure whose mortars they might be. They could be German, they could be Allied. It could be a mix of both. I imagine they're Allied. The smokes are Allied. And I imagine these ones are probably the Germans. Staghound circling around this trapped German division here. Doesn't want to let them retreat. Just circling around, taunting its prey, waiting to get that kill. Just going back and forth, looking for those shots. Is it going to retreat? A lot of flat terrain over in this direction. You can see that there's a hello. Hello. This is more important. Guys, what are you doing? Germans. German defenders. Guys. Come on. This is probably the objective. You've left a crucial weapon. A crucial key of the German arsenal. And you've left it to be captured by the advancing British forces. War over. GG. Pack it up. Head on back to Berlin. If you're just going to give them a war machine like that, what's the point of fighting? Just give up, surrender now. But no, as I was saying, you can see the terrain starts to get a lot flatter over in this direction. Not so many trenches to hide in. There's occasional buildings, little bumps and rises along the field edges where the hedgerows are. But for the most part, towards that direction, it's a lot flatter. It's just bushes and hedgerows you mostly have to contention with, and the occasional little hamlet or buildings. Tanks being very cautious in their advance forward. I view, man. All you need now is a king tiger to pop through that smoke. And blah! Blah, blah. Ooh. Big shot just went out then. Big shot further north. I heard a cannon fire. Oh, I think the Sherman destroyed this truck. So, an abandoned German truck. God, hope I'm more just playing with these trapped soldiers, man. See the 6J being very cautious in their approach. Don't want to give away any free lives here. They've got a lot of ground to cover since the bridge. They've covered a lot of ground since the bridge, and they're being very cautious with it. They're using the trench lines. They're using the cover of the bushes, the hedgerows, doing slow advance. One squad moves, then the next, and the next, and the next, with the tanks in synergy as well. It's a shame, as the admin, I can't hear both sides talking in local chat, because I'd love to hear what these guys are saying in local chat right now. It's probably all in German, like, I don't know. Achtung, Tank, Staghound, Hans, Heinrich, Panzerfaust. Where's the Panzerfaust? Panzerschreck. You know, it's probably stuff like... Who was that? Was that a mortar? Oh, there's a grenadier shot. Hans. He's got the Panzerfaust. And there it is. The Staghound goes down, go a little bit too close, a little bit too comfortable without doing any suppressive fire into the buildings. And Blitzkrieg, the Panzerfaust, gets a free tank kill there. Staghound goes down, and that Staghound would have been absolutely an incredible asset for the 6J to utilize. The speed, the agility, 50 HE, good machine gun on it. That would have been an incredible tool to the Allies to use, but sadly it's gone down. I believe you can do it. You believe I can do it? What do you believe I can do? Wait, I heard Zoid. Zoid always talks. Let's see what he's saying.
All right, we're getting out of the trench, Kennedy. Cheese right, Kennedy. We're getting out of the trench. Shift right. They're probably shooting at enemy infantry.
Zoid Germans, 20 degrees.
Where? Bearing.
20 degrees, right of the house, passed over 200 hedgerows, 200 meters.
Which bearing?
20.
Firefly firing on what it believes is movement. You can hear the communications going out there trying to share the information. As a 6 squad division push forward. Manx with the brain gun.
Left side, last building on the wooden fence. Right, we're taking rounds back. Alright, as well, lads. Right.
That's a pretty cool shot,
East,
right?
direct east. How am I getting through a tree? What? Max, watch out, kid. Yeah.
Thompson's gone down. Shaw's gone down. Jonathan with the push and Shaw with the push. Shaw throwing the grenade into the large three-story. Got a little bit of a problem with the trees here. Not quite sure what's going on there. Ooh, and Shaw takes an MP40 to the face there. Unfortunate for him. Jonathan's the next one to push forward. Jonathan, I heard him attach his bayonet then. Will Jonathan spot the tractor?
I got shot really close by.
Oh, shit.
I think Manx just shot Jonathan.
Steel.
I think Manx just headshot Jonathan as he came out the door. That's kind of funny. Come on, that's kind of funny. Platinum Slayer's going to run right onto Jeb and Williams here. He's got that MP40. That's going to be devastating at close range.
Fucking got him.
You got him?
Yeah, he's dead.
Williams there. Is he celebrating too soon? He got second kill on Doze. Big grenade goes in.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here.
Oh, and look at this. We've got a trench fight going on here. Looks like Jablinski was the one furthest leading and was left behind. And that MG42 down the trench line. He's having to retreat, though. It was under a lot of fire there. Sherman has been, sorry, the Firefly has taken a little bit of hit. Not quite sure what hit the Firefly, but the Firefly has sustained some damage. Panzerfaust fell short there. You saw that was the Panzerfaust just landed short. Nuffle missing the shot there. Dawson and was that Heavy clearing up what remained of this squadron. And you can see the German defenders now are starting to push out again. That's what they're doing. They're drawing in the Allies. Once they've drawn in the Allies, they do a big counter push. I hear a plane. I would have said they would have been the perfect strafes if they just came 5 minutes sooner. They would have been the perfect strafes. But you can see Ion 9, an experienced clan, experienced group of players. Once their position is compromised or revealed, they don't hang around for too long. They immediately move to the next location. And done so as wisely as they did, because those 3 strafes would have wiped out that entire squad there. But excellent work again by the Axis forces here, drawing in the 6GA, the Allied forces, and then doing a big counter push once they've drawn them in. Reed is the only one alive from the remains of that squad. Jablinski and his squadron looks like they've been mostly recovered. The Firefly is there in support. Firefly almost taking down Plantain Slayer there. might bleed. Oh, he just banished himself. Just seconds remaining, and he just banished himself. Reed getting 1 kill there. Can he get the second? Whiff, whiff. Got it. 3rd time's the charm. Reed getting a few little revenge kills there. Taking out Heavy and Planting Slayer. Planting. Ooh, that Firefly doing some good suppression fire there. Pushing back this IO9. That is a sniper. I knew that was a sniper. So this IO9 squadron, again, they retreated. They got themselves into a new position. Waited for the 6GA to come on. And then just big firing squad. Laid down a volume of fire. Inflicting a few casualties there. Wasn't able to inflict enough, though. That Firefly with eyes on from a distance. Great suppression. Supporting his infantry immediately. Raining down HE fire and also that machine gun to push back that squadron. See, a couple of wounds, but only 1 casualty. Kennedy lost his head, unfortunately.
No.
It's not the first time.
Let's keep moving. Keep moving.
Is that too soon? It's not too soon, right? 6GA have come back. Got more squadrons pushing in. They still have the Sherman from earlier. I want to see a Greyhound. Got a well-placed Bren. Well-placed. So 6GA is still pressing. Reed looking to link up with any infantry he can. He's been left on his own. Well, let's keep our eyes on this action over here right now. Jablinski leading the charge. He's got that Sten gun in hand. Sprays down 2 kills there for Jablinski. Trebian reinforcing with that Enfield while Jablinski reloads. Jablinski going back with the Sten gun. Grenades, heavy satchels, gammons exchanged on both sides. Gore goes down the sniper. That's cool, Ben. Is that Crop trying to save themselves and retreat the best they can. It is causing a little bit of commotion here with the defenders. You can see a lot of movement going on currently with the defenders as Jablinski and Zoid's squad do a big push there. This squad though from 6J that drew into the town immediately hit hard by a German defense squad, drawing in the attackers and then just laying down a really successful ambush. And there's going to be another ambush here soon if 6J aren't careful. There's the first kill. Lemon goes down as this reinforcing German division push in. Trebian goes down as well. Jablinski's still alive. Got that Sten gun. Huge blast there. Winters, Trogreg, Blitzkrieg, Marcus, and Hector. Don't know how Hannibal survived that, but that's a huge mortar blast there. 5 kills. Jablinski gets the MP42. Jard and Johnny Depp don't realize Jablinski's that close. And Jablinski gets another kill. Jared somehow surviving, but he might bleed out. Bowler hit by his own team's mortars, I think. Jared did bleed out. Jablinski with a huge push there. That entire squad, that mortar, that single mortar changed the game completely there. Huge change by that mortar. Jablinski is going to have to fall back to his squad. Oh, is Davio going to get the shot in the back, though? No, he's got that grenadier. He don't need to shoot. Jablinski. I mean, that's one way to get rid of Jablinski. Jablinski is a very skilled player, and you don't want to take chances. So, what better way to get rid of him than, you know, vaporize him. We'll look at the kills quickly. So kills so far, 95 to 87. Still very close game for a 1 live event. You can see the Allies trying to push through this town. They're met by a very stubborn and embedded German squad. This 390 IR squad. embedding themselves just in the last two corner buildings of this town. Got Zoid, Rosberg, and who else is over here? Bjorn. They've slumped back a little bit. They're not pushing forward any further. They sent Jablinski out to do the job. Jablinski did his job, and now they're just going to leave the remains of his body. Typical Zoid behavior. See that 50 cal. Look at the 50 cal, man. And it's Harper with his brand new hat. Just spraying into the buildings. Trying to keep the German heads down the best he can. So his squad members can move in closer. And Harper dead. Poor Harper. You see German reinforcements pushing in from the distance, though. So unfortunate, the remains of Zoid's squad didn't push further down with Jablinski because it was completely open for them. They could have moved down, got into the hard cover of the bridge, and then ambushed all the reinforcement that was now coming in by the Germans. Bucks, Dragon, and Der Major alive on the inside. Then we've got Wirbelwind, Bane, and Wheeze alive here. Firefly and Steward moving forward. This will actually be the perfect time for the Firefly and Steward right now. If they get eyes on all the reinforcements coming in, this is the perfect time for them to just start blasting. 2 kills immediately, machine gun goes out. This is the perfect time for the Firefly and Steward just to start raining down some fire on the reinforcements coming in. Another kill there, splash damage landing. Perfect time for the tanks to come in, cutting off any reinforcements. Another blast there gets a kill by the tank. Not quite sure what the Steward's shooting at, but, you know, he's helping. The little guy's helping his bigger brother. Perfect time for the tank just to roll over this breach and start blasting. Takes out a squad there. Will it get any more is the question. You see the 6J doing their best to try to clear out these buildings. Bucks, Dragon. Oh, a big satchel placed there by Seb. He managed to take out Bane and Wind. But Wheeze is still alive. Jonathan pushing in. Jonathan sees the MP40. He saw the MP40 and he took it. Oh, what landed there? Sherman got hit by a Panzerfaust, and the Sherman incredibly low in health, down to about 20% health, but hit directly by Panzerfaust there. Might have been Der Major on the inside. And Der Major goes down. So that is all the defenders for the German forces have been taken out on the town. 6J now have full control of the town. German artillery lands perfectly on the Steward. The Steward is going to go down. Will the Firefly go down is the question. Well-placed artillery takes out the Steward. Firefly inches away with about 20% of its health left. Incredibly low in health. It has to move now, which puts it in danger of being hit by a Panzerschreck or a Panzerfaust from distance. Well-placed German artillery used at the perfect time there. They knew they couldn't get AT close to deal with the tanks, so just rained down fire from above. Well-placed there. And 6J, now they don't have anything to push themselves further to the river quickly. They've only got a token force of infantry left. Their tanks incredibly low in health. They're having to retreat now. So it allows more time for the German forces to regather again. honestly, this will be the perfect time for mortars once again to rain down. Look at this huge clump. Mortars, artillery from the Allies right now. I thought we might get it, but that's smoke. But look at the gathering right now on this railway bridge. Perfect time for the artillery and mortars just to start blasting and raining down. We've got some mortars going down. One mortar landed there. I think Darky went down to a mortar there. So we do have mortars landing. But look at the Axis defenders. They're moving along the riverside once again, starting to embed themselves into that trench line. 6J, once more, they're going to have to push forward. They're going to have to push through those machine gun fires to get to that river trench. That river... Is there a river you can't... I mean, is there a river... You can't walk in a river, right? Not like a stream. Nevertheless, they have to get that. And there's the artillery, what we was talking about. We just caught it, and look at the kills with that artillery. An entire squad wiped out there. That IR squad wiped out with that artillery. So that's a well-placed artillery. The Axis forces only really have about 3 squadrons to work with now. Let's look at the kills quickly. 102 to 98. So close with kills. But how many respawn waves do both teams have? We don't know. Can I say I'm really surprised and also disappointed that no one has taken the tractor? Shame. Shame. So let's see what the German defenders are going to do now. They've taken a good trench line. Keeping their heads mostly down. I wish you could hear both teams' communications. But yeah, Nix, it's good to see you. How you doing? Anyone who's new to the channel today, if you're dropping by the stream for the first time, be sure to follow the channel to see when I'm going live. I cast lots of events like this. We spectate lots of events. Also, the most important thing right now, subscribe to the YouTube channel. ! YouTube in chat will give you a link to the channel. You can just click the panel below as well. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. If you can go subscribe, it's free. You don't need to pay anything to subscribe to a YouTube channel. It would help out massively as we try to strive for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And that would be amazing if you guys could help with that. Much love. Kisses for everyone who does. You'll get a kiss if you subscribe. Consensual as well. You know, it was a bit consensual. Infantry pushing forward now. Tanks. There's stricken tanks pushing forward. A big volume of rifle fire going out. Just trying to suppress any Germans. Just a big volley of Enfield fire. I saw a Panzer strike there. I saw... Was it Davrio? No, it's Dark. Dark Durban with a Panzer strike. He's going for it. Heads up. Firefly is low in health. One hit and it's going to go down. Firefly being extremely brave. And it's dead. And it didn't even fire a shot, man. Oh. Smoke barrage coming down. I think a little bit of a misplay by the Firefly there, going on top of the hill like that, exposing itself. It would have been better coming straight down the railway bridge and maybe doing crossfire, or going all the way north maybe and just shooting down. No, sorry, not north. All the way south and just shooting down the riverbank maybe, instead of going so close and exposing itself on the bow of the hill. There's one of the grenade shadows I mentioned earlier. Big volume of fire though going down now. We're back in the Napoleonic era. As we just have a firing line. Not quite sure what these strafes are aimed at. Those strafes would have been perfect down the riverbank. I'm not quite sure what the strafes were aimed for. Good mortar blast. Oh, and a big mortar lands in return there. Four down to that one blast from the mortars. And another. These 6J members need to move quickly. They're right in the firing range now of these mortars. They need to move and assault this riverside. as fast as they can. They can't stay there. They've just suffered a large loss there. A full squad taken out by a couple of rounds of mortars. Scott's the first one to make it to the bridge. And he gets cut in half by a buzzsaw. Fried Pirate did his best. Lemon got hit by a friendly grenade, I believe, then. Scott, without his tank, led the charge there.
Up the bridge is clear. Lots of dead bodies. Spread out. Get eyes east. Get eyes east.
Lots of dead bodies. They say it so casually, man. They say it so casually. Carl, it's good to see you.
We're contesting. Let's get into the position.
See the German defenders doing their best. They're firing down onto the river now. Got another volume of fire. MGs being exchanged from both sides. Enfields. Big grenadier blast there. Takes out Trebian and Jablinski. Can Zoid and Lecter get some good grenades going out here? They're very close. In grenade range. If they get some grenades, they can throw them in here. Clear out a couple of these defenders. Another grenade thrown out there. Zoid, go on, Zoid. Kobe. You call that a Kobe, man? There, you made up for it. Good job. Good job. It was a headshot. Good job, Zoid. It made up for it. The tank now just driving straight down, getting on this bridge. It exposed itself, but it could just shoot straight down the river. Bowler goes down. That tank really needs to come forward at this point and just get onto the bridge and just turret down the river and just start machine gunning, blasting down. Maybe even put some smoke down there. There are only a couple of German defenders left, though, who we got surviving. We've got Hannibal, Blitzkrieg, Slayer, and Dozen. Sherman's probably playing a little bit cautious, though. You can see how incredibly low on health it is. It's only one blast from anything. Even an 80 Grenadier could probably take it out at this point. Probably doesn't want to throw away a valuable asset. See more and more infantry pushing forward to secure this bridge. I think it's safe to say at this point, I think the bridge is the objective. I think it's safe to say this is probably the objective, seeing as they fought so hard for it on both sides. Mortar's still going down from the Allied side, putting down a volley of smoke. Couple more shots being exchanged. It's Hannibal and Blitzkrieg. Tried to hold onto the bridge, but I think it's safe to say they're not going to be able to hold onto it. Yo, Boogie. How you doing, Boogie? Appreciate you dropping by. Much love. There is a 5-minute delay, chat. Remember, I do my best to call chat. 5-minute delay isn't as bad. Usually we have a 30-minute delay for events like this, but 5-minute delay, it's not too bad today. I can live with a 5-minute delay. It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but hey, it's better than 30 minutes. Still the tractor, man. No one has secured the tractor. What is this? We've got a new big boy in the field, though. Fons and Anderson returning with a Firefly. Full health, full stocked on ammo. And 6J are starting to clear out the bushes now. They're starting to set up a perimeter around the bridge. But yeah, Boogie, how you doing, man? Much love. Excited for the new mods coming out? Blitzkrieg and Hannibal at this point just trying to get as many kills as they can. And 6J doing a good job. I'm honestly surprised it took 6J this long to spread out. There's a meme in their clan. What was it? Spreadacity? Sporosity or something? They stood still on the bridge for a good 5 minutes. And here comes the mortars. Luckily, no one's been killed for the mortars on their side because they were all gathered on the bridge. But they did just spread out just in time. And it means the bridges will likely be theirs. I kind of want Scott to get shot at this point for being out with his tank like this. You see Scott right there next to the destroyed Firefly? Come on, Hannibal. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Come on, you know you want to. Take the shot. 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 Shot confirmed. Take it. Take it. It's the tank commander. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. He's just stood there. Come on, man. Take the shot, please. Take the shot. Quick, you got to fall back anyway. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. The Allies captured this objective. So the Allies capture it, so all the Axis forces what remain have to fall back now. Take the shot before you fall back. And you missed. Disappointing. Look at the shots being in return. Wow. Scott's got his boys to back him up. So this objective was taken, so the Allies have taken 2 of the objectives for tonight. Let me just... I'm just bringing up the map so I know what the next objective is. Give me a second. Where am I looking? Okay, I know what it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know what it is. I was just double checking so I know what the objective is. Again, I'm not going to say what it is, but I needed to know it. And the tractor is going to be left. German mortars still raining down. As the Allied forces, the 6J, are moving in, ready to assault their next objective for tonight. Let's have a look at the kills quickly while we wait. So we can see 127 kills for the Allies now, 101 for the Germans. The Allies have started to pull ahead a little bit with their kills. Leading so far is 18 with Fons, followed by 14 with Thunder, their tank crews there. 14 by Lecter. Lots of kills by Lecter here tonight as infantry. And then next up would be 5 with Jablinski. Jablinski, maybe the pressure's getting into a little bit. Oh, there's a couple of 6s there as well. Trebbian and Lecter. Wait, no. Trebbian and Thomas. And then on the German side, leading the kills, Johnny Depp. Centralist with 5. And then Call Me Daviro and Weez there with 6. Oh, and there's an 8 Zurich there. See the tanks already shelling the upcoming town with the Firefly firing at long range, those heavy ordnance. Sherman still very low in health.
Northeast, so 40 about 50, 60 degrees northeast.
The Firefly is just putting shots down range, trying to suppress the Germans in the town up ahead. And this is a good range of volleys going out. Good mortar fire, good Sherman fire, Firefly fire. You can see the German defenders scrambling the best they can to secure... What's this town called again? Oh, I can't see it on the map. This town has a specific name, but I can't remember what it's called. See the German mortars there trying to hold back the oncoming wave. allies. Kiss me in 5 minutes for subscribing to YouTube. Thank you, Heroic. Appreciate it, man. Much love. Yeah, the delay is just... None of these players would cheat with the delay. But you never know. I have faith and none of them would. But it's always better safe than sorry. It's as a streamer, obviously, no delay is best. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just glad it's not half an hour. Half an hour delay is like, there's no point even streaming it. But I can live with 5 minutes. But yeah. It's more the fact that a lot of people like to have it up on their like second or third monitor. They might not even be watching it, but they can hear me talking. They might hear me talking, or they might grab a glint in the corner of their eye as they've got it up on their second monitor. And they might see something, you know, that... They're not going to cheat with it, but then they've got that information in their head. You feel me? We haven't seen much use of the Bren carriers tonight. It's kind of sad. No universal carriers. No taxi servicing tonight with the Bren carriers. Kind of sad. I think this mod has a different type of Bren as well. They made a medic Bren where you can actually like pick up wounded people. I know they have like a Willis Jeep that you can transport a wounded person on the front of it. I think they might have done the same for the Bren, and they made like a medic Bren, which is really cool if you ask me. I love stuff like that. I love like the modders are adding so much content to this game. And stuff like that, like the medic Bren, the medic Willis Jeep. You could add that into base game and it would be fine. Like, you know, it's not going to break game mechanics. It's just an extra vehicle, which is cool to use. You can see those mortars raining down in the distance, though. A mix of smoke and HE. Blind the defenders and also show them out. As we've got the first... little bit of combat that's probably going to go happen here.
Stack, 3-story. Clear, Sarwick, I'm in your building. Moving upstairs.
Building clear as someone just died. Building clear.
Automatic weapon.
Grenade up top. Hold it. 3.
Ultra explosion.
He went up that way. West end.
It was a well-placed grenade, but...
I've got the automatic. I'll follow.
Fantastic.
He's still up there watching the stairs.
There's one on the
So we've got that FG42, right? I always forget the name of that gun because it's so rarely seen on public servers. FG42 and a little pistol. It's where they need to throw their smoke. Their smoke does damage. Throw some smoke in there. Does a big radius. Oh, push.
Robertson, you got another nade?
Get some smoke up there. Smoke them out. That Woolly Pete. A little bit of war crime.
I'll try and nade above.
You know, a little bit of war crime.
Wait, I'm just gonna pistol.
Yeah, cover it. I'll go round.
Watching this
try and
game.
nade it.
Dun.
He's coming downstairs.
Copy. Are you alive?
No, I'm down outside.
Are you alive?
It's alright.
Realism event. Are you alive? No, I'm dead.
No.
I love that, man.
Seb,
Robertson is all on her own now. In a tough situation.
on me. Building. Top floor.
It's a good grenade, actually.
Top floor.
Robbie, get out of here. I gotta stand on the roof.
All right, let's move on to the other action. So we've had a couple of strafes and bombing runs dropped onto the train station here. You can see a couple of casualties. The first bit of combat there is still happening as the 6J are trying to push through the town. On the northernmost side, you can see a squadron of the defenders have gone south into the big warehouse in the south. As a lot of casualties are being done by Johnny Depp and who else? Who was Jard? Johnny Depp and Jard have got a lot of casualties, got a lot of kills to their names here. Robertson went down at some point. We didn't see how Robertson went down. This is when you need those smokes to clear those corners. Or just have the tank roll up and just be like, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of tank. One grenade, but it's too far. Oh, it did damage on Jard. But no one's to follow it up. There's no one to push while Jard's healing, that's the problem. One grenade just fell back.
They're in the second floor, so don't try to pick me up. Try to pick up
This is just two defenders are holding up the entire push here. Friendly fire with grenades going on now. Just panic. Just Jard and Johnny Depp just causing absolute panic now. Johnny Depp's gone down. Shots going through the wall, the floor. It's just lemons. All right, who's next? Next. Who's next to go in? Shooting through the floor. Trying to shoot through the wall. I love this. All it takes is one. Oh, that's a good grenade. That's a good grenade. Finally happened, man. All it takes is one Woolly Pete grenade. That's what I fucking love. Because the Woolly Pete, it goes through the floor. So all you have to do is throw the Woolly Pete on the ground below the stairs, and it would push anyone on top of the stairs away. That's all it would take. They know that as well, unless they fixed it. Oh my god, that was amazing. Just lemons, one by one. And meanwhile, 6J managed to push past that building, the two guys. Zoid's squad have done a good job. They pushed forward. They've taken out the little German mortar corner that was here. Pushing towards the more of the center of the town now. One tank. The Sherman. Moving close. Sherman goes down. I thought I heard a Panzer strike shoot towards the tank. The short barrel Sherman's gone down. The Firefly, the only tank alive on the board now for the Allies, by the seems of it. Unless they have any more, they're just holding on to. Got brain carriers and half tracks, so they still have armored vehicles that they could use to punch a hole through if needed. Still got plenty of infantry to make something work here. They can get their medics also to get a couple of revives, I'm sure. That was amazing, man. That was just 5 minutes of chaos. This is why we need destructible buildings as well. Imagine if this was a battlefield, you just blow a hole in the wall. Oh my. That was amazing, man. I love how I was like, I've got a stank gun, move out the way. Brr, dead. Move, I've got a stank. Dead. All right, who's got an automatic? You go next. Dead. I love that. But to be fair, they might have used all their smoke grenades, or they might be saving them. Who knows? Who knows? They could be saving them. Oh, the Firefly took a. I'm not sure if it got hit. I don't see a health bar, but sometimes it bugs out. I definitely saw smoke come off the Firefly. It might have been a ricochet. Could have been like a little bug. But the Firefly did come under fire there for a brief second. Sounded like a Panzerschreck. I could be wrong. No, it was a Panzerfaust, sorry. A Panzerfaust, the smaller one. Mortar's still going down. Smokes and heavy ordnance. Rotation of ammunition being used. As the 6th, the Allied forces have secured the northernmost part of the town. Now they need to start going from building to building, taking out the rest. You can see the... I mean, if 2 German defenders manage to hold up a whole team... They just repeat that over and over and over and over again. And they'll be fine. Thank you for all the follows that have been coming in. Facebreaker, Call Me Davrio, Sharpus, Alex, thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hope everyone's enjoying the stay. If you are new here, remember to hit follow on the channel. And go subscribe to the YouTube. This will be uploaded on YouTube later. Goal 1,000 subs on YouTube. So we can hit that milestone. So we can start monetizing the channel and also not getting hit by render limitations on our videos. So they don't look so pixelated. Williams, Steele, and Thomas coming down the hedgerow here. Alvarez pops out, MP40. He goes down, though. Cool Ben. Managing just to get behind the tree in time. Grenade in hand. Big grenade in hand. I don't know if it's going to go far enough. No, he just blew up Alvarez. Alvarez was the one who joined us the other day. He was one of the organizers for a different one live event. And he joined us to help in casting. You can see that original squad that was holding down that south warehouse. They're starting to fall back now. They've probably got the feeling that there's no danger coming in from the south at the moment, so they're going to start pushing up north to support the north. You can see the 6th doing a good job lining these buildings, though, along this stretch here. Lining along these buildings, getting a firing range down, shooting south, doing a good job. As they slowly push up forward. Are you counting how many guys? You counting how many guys have gone down? 1, 2, 3. Bring in the next Sten gun. 4. Yeah, if you ever want a tip to clearing buildings, and if you're playing the British, in a lot of the buildings, the smoke grenade damages through the floor. So all you have to do is throw the smoke on the ground floor, and it will also do damage to those on the top floor. Depends on the building. Obviously, some buildings it doesn't work, but I believe that's one of the buildings where it does. The 6th doing a good job. They had that initial firing line in the buildings. Now they're pushing up to the railway track, using the cover. Artillery, big artillery, well-placed artillery. Look at that, 5 downs already, and it's also pushing this. Look at the infantry pushing back here. Well-placed artillery there. Took out 5 kills in the center and pushed back that German squadron there, allowing for the 6th to push in further. The Allied forces coming in. Doing a better job at clearing these buildings now. 3 kills on the building across the street there. You can see Gore, Resolution, and Crop all went down. Isn't Crop like a Swedish chocolate? And there's the Bren gun. I asked for it, and I get what I wanted, man. The Bren gun helping the infantry, suppressing the buildings. It's basically a mini tank. Williams and Steele now hopping building to building. They have to be careful not to get shot in the back. Oh no, it's this building again. Not this building again. Please, no. Skip it. Just skip it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Skip this building. Steel under fire coming in from the south. He's stuck at the door. Still get inside. Ooh. Oh my god, they did it. So 6J kicking up the gear now. Doing a good job clearing these buildings. Lots of communication going on. Spamming local chat as they clear building by building. Fire going on all over the place. This is what I love about One Life events. It's just like, there's such a lull in combat for like 10 minutes. And then it's just action, action, action. You see what's left of some scouting forces are rushing to try defend now. As the 6J, the Allied forces are pushing strong in these buildings. And they've done a better job at clearing these buildings now as well. Lannister goes down there as we're just about to zoom in on him. The IR-9 having a squad trying to push him from the south around the train station. Bucksdragon and Wheeze. Major, Duke, and Dawson are the only ones alive on the northern side of the railway track. Duke, grenade in hand. Looking for a window to toss it in. Perfect throw. Unfortunately, he got bounced and stuck on the windowsill. Otherwise, that would have gone in perfectly and taken out Williams. Second one. I didn't see it for the tree, but I think that went in. Oh, it got stuck on the windowsill as well. Unfortunate there. You see Kennedy, Bauer, Trebian, and Moore. Starting to push in now. Good smoke barrage there, blinding the southern crossroad defenders. Railway track defenders. Frankie on PC, pushing in. Come on, Frankie. Frankie leading the charge there. Secures the last row of the buildings there. Do I even lift? Not lately. I've been trying, but I'm losing my muscles a little bit. I'm trying. Lots of casualties have been sustained by the 6JA, though, in return. You see, those last remaining defenders who are bundling in the train station. You see, what's that? 5, and then another 3 rushing to get in as quick as they can. Lots of casualties sustained here. Half track taken out as the gunner tried to get on it to start suppressing. Dawson cleared out the inside of this building. He's got the MP40. MP40 so deadly up close. Will Moore or Seb get Dawson? Moore was so close. If he just came out the door and looked to his right, he would have seen him. Where everybody at? Dawson can hear people on the inside. Seb firing. That's a big grenade. Moore standing right on top of it. Moore, move! What a grenade. Dawson gets another kill on the other side of the street. That MP40. Team kill by Zoid. Tell you, Zoid, man. What is he? What's he doing? It wasn't nice. It was a clean team kill, though. Those reactions were just snap, boom, dead. Fucking Zoid, man. Another kill there by Dawson, and he finally gets sprayed down. I've got to give it to Zoid. That was a snapped team kill. Meanwhile, a lot of the defenders have been killed on the train station. You can see there's only 3 defenders on the bunch in the distance over there. I've got my fill of vitamin D, man. I'm filled on D. I'm good. I don't need any more D now. Many, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Rambo, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to the YouTube. That is the biggest thing we're pushing at the moment. Help us grow the channel, get to 1,000 subs so we can actually start monetizing it. And stop getting handicapped on our video by render limit. 3 German defenders here. It's like pioneers. 1 goes down. 2 goes down. The final German defender, Zerdchrist, keeping his head down and just retreating. And the 6J pushing into the train station, meaning they've secured the entirety of this northern town that I still can't see the name of. Is it just called Station? They've secured the northern town as German mortars start to bombard it a little bit. Only 1 German defender's alive. Not much he can really do at this point. If he falls back, he's just going to get shot in the back. So he's kind of stuck at the moment. Maybe just trying to pick off some kills the best he can. Harper with his brand new hat.
Get some friendlies.
Join
Friendly's
in,
on.
come on, move!
Start spreading out, lads. Come on now.
Spreadacity. Medics doing their job, reviving down. But how did Zoid die? How did there was no one left? How did he team kill someone? There was no one then left, and then he dies. It's incredible the achievements he manages to accomplish. Zedric has been discovered, and he's now being fired upon. Come on, Zedric, get out of there, man. I believe. Get out of there. You can see the 6J pushing forward. If you haven't had guessed it by now, the objective is the train station. Axis forces have pulled back. Allies captured Sector F. Ceasefire. So that's 3 objectives the Allies have taken. The train station was it. And I think that might be it. I think we might be accomplished for tonight. GGs are going out in chat. Lots of casualties on both sides. Let's have a look at the kills quickly. So at the end, it was 153 and 156 deaths for the Allies. 127 kills and 183 deaths for the Axis. We'll just scroll down them quickly. 18 for Fons, 26 there for Carlson. I imagine that's got to be mortars or tank. 17 for Lecter, 8 for Thomas, 6 for Bowler, and 14 for Thunder. On the German side, we've got 6 for Mars, 9 for Zekon, 5 for Resolution, 10 for Dosen, 5 for Silic there, 4 for Lannister, and then it breaks off. And that means it is an Allied victory for this chapter of the event. That is an Allied victory for this chapter of the event. They managed to secure the train station, the 2 bridges, the railway bridge and the normal bridge where Squad 1 is. And they managed to secure the first bridge all the way back down there. That bridge there. So good job by them. I think that is going to be the end of this event. So we'll just wait and see. I don't know if there's going to be another section. I think that was all for tonight. I think it was just those 3 objectives. Pretty awesome. What do you guys think? Watching on Twitch. I know I'm not going to see your replies for 5 minutes. What do you guys think?
Too bad.
What did you guys think? And to the people on YouTube who was watching on YouTube, what did you guys think? Did you enjoy this? I hope you did. I've been saying it through the night, but I'll say it again. If you've been watching on YouTube, please remember to do 3 things. Like the video, subscribe, and if you want, you could leave a comment. You don't have to, but you can leave a comment. And yeah, I will see you next time, YouTube. As always, it's been great. This was the Operation Market Garden 1 Live Realism event hosted by AEF. Lots of clans taking part there. Utilize the Realism mod. Lots of cool action. There'll be links to their Discord below where you can join up. You can maybe take part in these ongoing story-driven events. And yeah, as always, YouTube, I will see you next time. And remember to drop by the Twitch at twitch.tv/the_Yazoo. Bye, YouTube. Mwah.